Hello. Thanks for once again allowing Lily Bear to take you beneath the crust, where I talk about what you're afraid to think about. I'm so glad you're back. This is an excerpt from my book, In Search of Sanity on Life, the Living versus the Dead. What do you suppose? What do you suppose would happen if we gave the living the same respect we gave the dead? I was driving down Sherland Drive here in Macon, Bibb County, Georgia, heading toward Gray Highway. A funeral procession was coming from Gray Highway onto Sherland Drive. Drivers started pulling over automatically, as did I. I thought of all the times I'd seen live people crossing on near Sherland Drive and Gray Highway. I thought of all the times I'd seen people walking on the sidewalk on Sherland Drive and Gray Highway. Live people trying to cross the street on Sherland Drive or Gray Highway. A lot of times people would honk at them, speed up, or so it would seem, try to run them over. These living people would have to just almost dive over to the sidewalk not to become the dead people that would be respected then. And I thought about that. How with the living people, no respect. With the dead people, a lot of respect. So I decided to go in search of sanity on what would happen if we gave the living the same respect we gave the dead. What do you suppose would happen if we gave the living the same respect we gave the dead? I met a lady from the Caribbean. She was telling me that her mama was low sick. She said she really wanted to go see her mama before her mother died. Her mama doctor had said her mother only had a short time to live. She went on to say that although she wanted to see her mother and say her final goodbyes, she couldn't afford to go see her mother now and turn around and go right back in a month or so for the funeral. I asked her if she had to choose one, has she thought about choosing to go now and see her mama while her mom is alive and say her final goodbyes. She said that if she went now, that she wouldn't have money to go back for the funeral. She went on to say that if she didn't go to the funeral, her family would talk about her. I asked her what would her family say if she doesn't go back home to say her last goodbyes to her mother while she's living. She said the family wouldn't say anything because they understood about her limited funds. Did you get that? If she doesn't go back to see her mother's dead body, the family would talk about her. But if she didn't go back to see her mother while she was alive, the family would understand. Her mother was alive. She wanted to go see her mama, but she was more concerned about the dead mama instead of the live mama. Or maybe she was more concerned about what her family perception of her would be if she didn't go for the funeral. Notice, she said that her family would understand if she didn't go see her living mama due to limited funds, but her family wouldn't understand if she didn't go see her dead mama because of limited funds. She, I imagine, wanted to go pay her respects to the dead. The thing was, because I've heard it so many times, I'm going to go pay my respect to the dead. What if we gave the living the same respect we give the dead? What if we said, I'm going to go and I'm going to go pay my respect to this living person, as opposed to saying, I'm going to go and pay my respect to the dead person. I've known cases where people have been sick. Right here in the States, with other people in the States. Relatives have been sick, and other relatives would even go, and they would even take the sick person a cool glass of water, go by to see how they were doing, perhaps clean out a bathroom, or do anything. But the minute that person dies, they flock to the place where the person lives or wherever they're having, we used to call it the setting up. What do you suppose would happen if we gave the living the same respect we gave the dead? Because that's so often said, I'm going to pay my respect to the dead. You know, a woman was upset with her son because he had married a woman she didn't like. She berated the young lady and her son to boot. The son finally stopped going around his mama much, and the times he did go, He went without his wife. Of course, the mama blamed the wife for the son not coming around as much anymore. The son was trying to better himself. He had an opportunity to get a what was called a middle-end job. I mean, a good job. It was a big step up. He wanted to go for the interview. He didn't have what he considered to be the appropriate clothes. He asked his mama to loan him the money to buy a new shirt and tie to make a good first impression. His mama lit into him about how she told him not to marry that so-and-so woman. And as long as he was married to that so-and-so piece of nothing, she wouldn't lift a finger to help him. And she did it. Tragically, the young brother was killed in an automobile accident. His mama bought him a shirt and tie to be buried in. How insane is that? How insane is that insanity? In search of sanity. Keep on churning till the butter come. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn, U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I'll leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and oh yeah, stay tuned. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Lily Bell. Be encouraged.